so excited to be able to welcome today Kerstin Anderson for our musical theater focused masterclass today at the Doris Lenz Festival. Kirstin's a Vermont native, and she was a sophomore at Pace University in New York City when she auditioned for Jack O'Brien, who cast her as Maria Von Trapp in his production of The Sound of Music. Kerstin returned to New York and made her Broadway debut in Lincoln Theater's production of My Fair Lady as the alternate Eliza Doolittle, directed by Bartlett Sher. This spring, she made her off-Broadway debut in Playwrights Horizon's production of Unknown Soldier, directed by Trip Coleman. She has had a love of teaching since she was in high school, where she taught dance at her local studio. Since then, she's had the pleasure of teaching master classes for Rider University, actress therapy with composer Ryan Scott Oliver, Northern Stage Company, and Broadway Workshop. Kerstin is also a very amateur guitarist, a podcast enthusiast, and an avid nature lover. So with that, I know you all will have a wonderful time working with Kerstin Anderson. Kerstin.
Oh my God, I have to, I should edit that because I forget that I will have to listen to it and it will be embarrassing. So, I'm thrilled to be here, you guys. Wait, look. Yeah! Today, what a great day to do some art, right? Like, so utterly thrilling. Yeah, I don't have much to say except for I'm super excited. Oh, I guess I'll say my little like pre-work thing, which is just like, this is a safe space to make mistakes and to take risks and to try things that you might not have ever tried before, to dare to look stupid, right? And we all agree, I'll speak on behalf of all of you, that we will not like you any less because you made a mistake or you sounded weird or any of that. We will actually like you more for taking risks and trying new things and trying to better hone your craft. So we support everybody, and yeah.
Awesome. So first up, let's go ahead and just go in the order that I sent out. But let's go ahead and just start off with Kate. Is it Kate Bilenko?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Kate.
So I will be singing True Love from Frozen, the musical.
Great.
I sat alone in this room before, hours and hours on end. I know this delusional wish the door would open to reveal a friend. I know the solitude, I know this kind of cold, but I had faith in what the stories told of true love, how I'd find true love. And here I am in this room again, just as lost and small. That lonely girl with a desperate heart is who I am after all. There's no escaping her, but yet the dream is gone, because I spent a lifetime counting on true love, true love. I was looking for a fairy tale and dove head first into his. Turns out you can't find love if you don't know what it is. And now it's clear I'll never leave this room. It ends as it began, with no one but myself to blame. I played my part in the plan. Dreaming got me here, and yet the dream won't die. I can't wish it away, no matter how I try. True love, Thank you.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, so why did you, yeah, I love this for Zoom. It's also some sign language. Why did you choose the song?
I don't know. I mean, I work at a princess company as like a character performer for kids, and Anna was always my favorite to play. So then when the musical came out, I instantly fell into like that role in a way, and
For
it just went in that direction.
Nice. Amazing. Okay, so as we're going through the song, what I love about it is that it's operating in extremes, right? I mean, she's talking about how here she is again, back in this incredibly lonely state, right? She talks about how I've literally played with my imagination my entire life, right? She's like, I could pretend somebody was going to come through the door, even though I knew that that would never happen. So she's really in this incredible pit of despair, I would say, right? And depression, as she thought she was going to get out of this thing. She thought she had found true love. She thought she was going to turn her life around in this one day, and then all of that came crashing down, right? And also, though, what's kind of amazing about Anna is she is like this little like flame of optimism and positivity and fight, right? Never goes out within her. And you can see in this song, it's like, I feel so alone and so terrible, and I just want to be tiny and hide in the corner. But that like little fire like doesn't let her do it. And and as we go on that journey, I think it'll be really important as you sing this song to discover each moment as it's happening, to not have anything planned, right? The words that you're saying are affecting your body in that current moment. Um, yeah. Does that kind of make sense when I say that?
Yes, definitely.
Cool, cool, cool. Um, it's like sort of the pit of musical theater sometimes is like, how many times have we sung these songs or taken them apart and dissected word by word by word by word? And then 8 shows a week, I have to pretend like I've never done that, even though we've done it 100 million times, right? So like that sort of is that thing. And what did else did I write? Oh, it's really a pep talk, right? It's like she's trying to like give herself therapy in some ways as well. Um, so I would just want to challenge you to let this be about figuring out how you ended up where you are and really talking about the problem. Here I like assessing everything that's happening to you. Here I am again. How did I end up here? I thought it because of this thing that I still really want and I still really believe in, even though my heart was totally broken and I'm alone again, right? This sort of like balance of those two things. Um, yeah, so I encourage you to get brave and get in touch with the feelings of being alone and being let down and being betrayed by somebody you thought loved you. Um, and start from that place of vulnerability and despair, so that when we get these bright moments, they shine even brighter, and we get this pull, this tension of, I still really believe it's going to happen, even though right now I feel really terrible, right? Okay, do you want to try it again?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I sat alone in this room before, hours and hours on end. I know this delusional wish the door would open to reveal a friend. I know this solitude, I know this kind of cold, but I had faith in what the stories told of true love, how I'd find true love. And here I am in this room again, just as lost and small. That lonely girl is who I am after all. There's no escaping her, and yet the dream is gone, because I spent a lifetime counting on true love, true love. I was looking for a fairy tale and dove head first into his. Turns out you can't find love if you don't know what it is. And now it's clear I'll never leave this room. It ends as it began, with no one but myself to blame. I played my part in the plan. Dreaming got me here, but yet the dream won't die. I can't wish it away, no matter how I try. True love, true love, true love.
Yay. John, we still have time, yeah? Amazing. How did that feel?
A little more alive, I guess. I don't know the word to explain it.
That's good. We like that. We love feeling a little bit more alive. Okay, great. There were a couple things I thought you made great improvements. That was awesome. Well done. I wanna encourage you to do an exercise maybe on your own time where you take the lyrics and you write them out in your own words. So this helps us like identify our own opinions and feelings about the thing, right? Because if she hated and felt disgusted by true love, like this song might be totally different, right? Like if you decided that you hated true love, like the way that you would sing true love might be different. It might be colored differently. I talk about coloring our words. And the way that we do that is to figure out how our opinion of the word, how we feel about them. So as you're going through the song and you say, now I realize I don't know what that is. Like, instead of just saying those words, we can color them with our opinion of how we feel about the fact that we just realized I don't know what love is. I don't know what it is. That's why I'm lost. And as you go through this entire thing too, writing out like what you as Kate would say in place of Anna Anna can help find our own opinions and to be able to color these words with our zhuzh, like what makes us who we are, right? Your own uniqueness is what will embody this song and make it really personal. And and I want to encourage you to go further in getting in touch with yourself and your own feelings about being in despair or feeling alone or any of that, because we only have what we are given, right? We can't be anybody else. We can't live anybody else's life. We only have our own experiences. And what allows us to, the magical thing about theater is when we get to share our truths and our own personal good, bad, and ugly, like our own stuff. And some of this is like ugly stuff, right? Like I'm feeling really alone, and she realizes maybe that she was also a part of why she feels alone. She's like, I realized I played a part in this, and that's kind of like not great feeling and not great realizations. Like we don't love when we make mistakes, or I don't love when I make mistakes. But being able to say like, I got myself into this position and I feel really alone and in despair. Let's other people say, I've felt that way too. I see you. I hear you. If you're too afraid to share that with us and you're trying to be perfect and buttoned up, then the audience won't connect with you, and the people watching you can't connect with you because nobody ever feels perfect or like they're in one whole perfect piece, right? I mean, I guess I can only speak for myself. I've never felt perfect a day in my life. So so when people pretend to be perfect, I feel isolated. I don't really understand what they are saying to me because I've never felt that way. But when people say like I made a big mistake and I feel silly and stupid and alone, I'm like, oh my God, me too. I feel silly and stupid and alone, right? So that's like one way. If we're able to share how we actually feel and risk being seen, I guarantee people will say me too and support you in that endeavor. I'm sorry, I know I just talked a lot of words at you. Oh, another thing that's amazing about musical theater is that we have music. Music is the best. So there's this tinkly intro, right? It's like boop, 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 boop. It's or something along those lines. Don't quote me. And what I hear in that music is somebody getting small and thinking as it repeats, right? And then we get this like high ding, which is almost sounds like an idea before she starts to sing. So I think you can try to take that music in with you as well before you start, which is like she's not like Anna doesn't sit in her feelings, right? She's not like, I feel so sad, and then just be sad and pouts all day, right? No, she's very active, right? She's gonna fix it. She's got to do it. She knows what to do. She can fix the thing. I'm gonna go after my sister. Oh, she's in a tower. Okay, well, I can help this. I can do that. I can do that. She's like very fierce. So I think that's gonna be informative for you too, is like, I feel not okay. I am not okay, but I'm gonna fix it. So let's figure this out. It's like, I'm thinking, here I am in this room again. How did I get here? What am I doing? It's because of this. It's because this thing. And I think I still believe in this thing, but it also really hurt. It's all this tension, all these pulling in opposite directions, which is so human, right? And I want to dare you to go further in both directions. Okay. I think how am I doing? Yeah, like one or two. Okay. Do you want to maybe try just the intro again? Just a little bit of it? Yeah, okay.
I've sat alone in this room before, hours and hours on end. I know this delusional wish the door would open to reveal a friend. I know this solitude, I know this kind of cold, but I had faith in what the stories told of true love, how I'd find true love.
All right. Nice job. Yeah, totally, right? Go even further, and that's awesome. Really, really great work, Kate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate you doing this. Thanks.
Yay! All right, let's go to Rachel Olkin.
Hi, I'm going to be singing A Trip to the Library from She Loves Me.
Great.
And all of a sudden, my confidence dribbled away with a pitiful plop. My head was beginning to swim, and my forehead was covered with cold perspiration. I started to reach for a book, and my hand automatically came to a stop. I don't know how long I stood frozen, a victim of panic and mortification. Oh, how I wanted to flee, when a kindly voice, a gentle voice whispered, "Pardon me." And there was this dear, sweet, clearly respectable, thickly bespectacled man who stood by my side and quietly said to me, "Ma'am, don't mean to intrude, but I was just wondering, are you in need of some help?" I said no. Yes, I am. The next thing I know, I'm sipping hot chocolate and telling my troubles to Paul, whose tender brown eyes kept sending compassionate looks. A trip to the library has made a new girl of me, for suddenly I can see the magic of books. I have to admit, in the back of my mind, I was hoping he wouldn't get fresh. And all of the while, I was wondering why an illiterate girl should attract him. Then all of a sudden, he said that I couldn't go wrong with The Way of All Flesh. Of course, it's a novel, but I didn't know, or I certainly wouldn't have smacked him. Well, he gave me a smile that I couldn't resist. And I knew at once how much I liked this optometrist. You know what this dear, sweet, clearly respectable gentleman said to me next? He said he could solve this problem of mine. I said, how? He said if I'd like, he'd willingly read to me some of his favorite things. I said when? He said now. His novel approach seemed highly suspicious and possibly dangerous too. I told myself, wait, think, dare you go up to his flat? What happens if things go wrong? It's obvious he's quite strong. He read to me all night long. Now how about that? It's hard to believe how truly domestic and happily hopeful I feel. I picture my Paul there, reading aloud as I cook. As long as he's there to read, there's quite a good chance indeed. A chance that I'll never need to open a book. Unlike someone else, someone I dimly recall, I know he'll only have eyes for me, my optometrist, Paul.
Yay! Oh God, so good. Bakken Harnick, man. Genius. Okay, great. Awesome. I love how much little detail you have in there already. It's so great. And all of the little, we get to see your personality in so many moments, which I'm loving. I encourage you to put them into every moment possible. Yes. Okay, great. So this girl, talk to me about why you picked the song.
It's, first of all, I really like the show. I really like all the songs. But it's kind of a different character than I am as a person and as the characters that I normally get to play. It's a lot more spunky and fun, I guess. So that was part of the main reason.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Love that. I love that. Yeah, she's super like melodramatic, right? She's like maybe not the smartest. And also, but in that, it's like she's got singular focus, right? It's like she's not a sit and think person. She's a very like boom, 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 boom. So she hears a book called All Flesh or whatever, whatever it is. And she's like, how dare you, right? Like immediate. There's no like, maybe that's a book. It's like instantaneous. She slaps him. So I think we can endow this with that sort of melodrama and let it permeate your entire body. Like let's get your, like, I feel like sometimes one of the side effects of singing via Zoom is that like we even more so than in person, we like sing from just Biden up, you know? And like and when we're in Zoom, like it's like that's kind of what goes. But when you're in person, which we will be soon one day, we got to get our entire body involved. Even if we're like sitting at a table and talking to our friend, like there's a whole thing. And speaking of talking to our friend, who are you talking to in this song? Oh wait, I couldn't hear you. Let me turn you up.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking to Amalia, who's like basically my best friend.
Can you like picture your best friend and like take a couple seconds and think about like how you could also do the exercise that I talked to Kate about, which is like writing out the scenario that would be that you might be in. And like, I know that you're a little bit different than this character, but like, you know, like putting everything into your own words, right? And like putting yourself into these scenarios. So like, how do you talk to your friend? How do you talk to your friends about the people that you have crushes on? Like, what do you say? And like, if the guy or the girl or whomever like talks to you, like you're like relaying a whole story, right? And like for me, it's like I sit down on my bed and I'm like, okay, I have to tell you the whole thing, right? And it's like a very full body experience because when your heart is like, when you have a crush and somebody likes you back, it's just like very exciting. And so I feel like joy and excitement fills our entire body. It gets our entire body involved. Not to keep harping on this point, but like New York right now is going crazy over this Biden win. And every person I pass on the street, because I've been wearing my shirt, is like, yeah. And every time I want to share in that, I like, all of a sudden I'm like, yes, which is not something I do on a regular day. But like the joy that I feel in my body just like shot out my arms. And it's like, you can't contain it. And we want to like let those impulses go when we sing songs like this too. So as we're going through, let us try to reenact every moment. Like you're telling the person, but you're also kind of acting out what happened. Yeah, does that make sense? Like as we go through it, we don't want to talk about it in the past tense. When we sing songs that are like retellings, we have to live everything in the present. Otherwise we need to make it active in some way. Otherwise I don't really know why we're doing it. And because we didn't watch this whole encounter in the library, you have to like literally play it out for all of us, right? Cool. So yeah, like every time you're like, then he came up to me and then I slapped him. Like try to be emotionally present in that moment, even though you're retelling it now. Dope. I've said so many words to you. I think you should give it a go again. And I think like shake out your whole body right now. Like give it a good joy shake. Like jump around and get giddy and really picture your BFF, whoever you would say these things to and talk to your crushes about. And yeah, whenever you're ready. Oh my God, I can't breathe.
And all of a sudden, my confidence dribbled away with a pitiful plop. My head was beginning to swim and my forehead was covered with cold perspiration. I started to reach for a book and my hand automatically came to a stop. I don't know how long I stood frozen, a victim of panic and mortification. Oh, how I wanted to flee. When a kindly voice, a gentle voice whispered, pardon me. And there was this dear, sweet, clearly respectable, thickly bespectacled man who stood by my side and quietly said to me, ma'am, don't mean to intrude, but I was just wondering, are you in need of some help? I said no. Yes, I am. Sorry, I thought you were waving at me and then I got distracted.
Oh, no, no worries. Wait, first of all, just because we're stopped, how did that feel?
A lot more, like Kate said, like a lot more alive, just a lot more present and energetic, which also helps with like the voice and the singing. So.
Exactly. Yes. I know John will testify to this. It's this like weird backward brain thing that we have that we sing from like our throat and maybe our lungs up. Like singing is a whole body experience. We are athletes. Singers are athletes. It matters what your legs are doing. It matters what your arms are doing. It matters. So like when you get your whole body involved, your instrument is way more in tune because you are focused and you are fully present as a human being. I thought you made awesome leaps and bounds. That was so, so great. I felt badly because I think I led you astray with the joy as you're starting with like, I felt my confidence go entirely away. And I was like, whoops, led her astray on the first line. But otherwise, everything was so great. Don't be afraid to also play the melodrama in the like, I had a cold sweat and felt horrible. Like she's so dramatic, and the thing about her is that we are allowed to be that way because she feels everything that she's saying at 100%. Like if we pretend to be melodramatic at like 30%, it seems like maybe it's bad acting or we like don't believe it, but she's 100% committed to those feelings, right? And if you are also 100% committed to those feelings, we will go on whatever journey you take us on. So like just take us on the journey, go at 100%, right? Okay. That was great. Oh, just for fun, I want you to play with how he sounds. And for now, you may ignore the notes when it is him talking. Just for fun, right? Just throw his voice in there for a second.
Okay.
Start wherever you'd like.
I don't know where the accompaniment is, so I'm just gonna go back to the beginning. And all of a sudden, my confidence dribbled away with a pitiful plop. My head was beginning to swim, and my forehead was covered with cold perspiration. I started to reach for a book, and my hand automatically came to a stop. I don't know how long I stood frozen, a victim of panic and mortification. Oh, how I wanted to flee. When a kindly voice, a gentle voice whispered, "Pardon me." And there was this dear, sweet, clearly respectable, thickly bespectacled man who stood by my side and quietly said to me, "Ma'am, don't mean to intrude, but I was just wondering, are you in need of some help?" I said no. Yes, I am. The next thing I know, I'm sipping hot chocolate and telling my troubles to Paul, whose tender brown eyes kept sending compassionate looks. A trip to the library has made a new girl of me, for suddenly I can see the magic of books.
Okay, Rachel, I think we're gonna have to pause it right there.
I'm so sorry. That was so great. How did that feel real fast?
Really, really good.
Yes, keep going. It's so great. The more you impersonate him too, it's like it just endows so much comedy in it. It's so wonderful. Keep going. That was awesome. Really good work.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, we got Katie Nieto.
Hey.
I'm going to be singing Wherever He Ain't from Mac and Mabel.
Great song.
consider paradise is wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. No more to wither when he's grouchy and rough. No more to listen to him bellow and rough. Tomorrow morning I'll be surrounding my stuff wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. Enough of being bullied and bossed. Ta-ta, auf Wiedersehen and get lost. I walk behind him like a meek little lamb and have my fill of his not giving a damn. I'll go to Sydney or Ceylon or Siam, wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. It's time for little Nell to rebel. If he's in heaven, I'll go to hell. My little love nest was a terrible trap, with me behaving like a simpering snap. And so I'm looking for a spot on the map. If she's going south, I'm going north. If she's going back, I'm going forth. Wherever he ain't.
Yeah, all righty. Woo, what a good song. Okay, great. Excellent start. You sound fantastic. Okay. I think we can raise the stakes like crazy bananas. You know, have you ever had the experience where you are either so angry or so like frustrated or so alit that you become the wittiest, smartest person, and the things that come out of your mouth are the most brilliant and articulate words that have ever happened?
Yes, all the time.
Yes. Okay, that is absolutely where she is, right? She's like, if you, even if it's not the physical energy of pacing, it's the mental energy of pacing out of just like an influx of anger and energy and screw you, excuse my language, and like just all of this stuff, right? And like one of the great ways we can think about what it getting the stakes higher is what happens if she doesn't say this. Is like what happens if she doesn't get this out of her system, because it's right? It's like she's like on fire. Okay. Love that. Love that. I also think that you can get a little angrier. I loved the influx of joy at the end, that sort of like maniacal, ooh, if you're in heaven, I'm going to hell. Like this, like, you know, anger with joy, because you just, I don't even know what that might be called, but it's true and it's real. Yeah. So I think we need to start at a fierier place, like where he just said something awful to you, or you just stormed out, or whatever it is, and you are like, something's got to happen, and you know what it's going to be? I'm going to sing a great song. That's what it's going to be. And like get to this joy place of like, that's right, I'm getting out of here. I'm traveling the country. I'm going away. Joy, right? Like, let's just kick it up to 100. I feel you on fire, so just let's do it again.
Okay. I gotta give my life some sparkle and fizz, and think a thought that isn't wrapped up in his. A place that I consider paradise is wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. No more to wither when he's grouchy and rough. No more to listen to him bellow and bluff. Tomorrow morning I'll be surrounding my stuff wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. Enough of being with me behaving like a simpering staff. And so I'm looking for a spot on the map. If he's going south, I'm going north. If he's going back, I'm going forth. Wherever he ain't.
How did that feel?
It felt like more, like it felt like it was moving. Like it's like more adrenaline to the
Yeah. Yeah, she's like on an adrenaline high, right?
Yeah.
Oh good. Go ahead. Were you about to say something?
Oh no, I wasn't. I was
Oh, sorry. Okay, great. Okay, I still think that you can start at an angrier and more a lit place. Like I see you doing this like almost choreography of like the music is going and then you were like I'm stopping because the music stopped and then I'm going and then like boom there's another thought, which I totally get, but I almost wonder if that's like just the seedlings of ideas that you have. Like if the energy is continuous but then the music is like I think I'm gonna leave, I think I have to leave, and then like all these things that are continuing and then you have to sing the entire thing. And I encourage you to try to make these thoughts come in the moment, that you haven't thought this about this at all before, but now in this very moment you're like I am getting out of here, right? Like that is a brand new idea, and that everything that you're saying comes just like because you're so alit and because you're it's this and it's this and I think it might be that too, like these thoughts that are just coming like little light bulbs on your brain. Also, this thing about coloring our words with our opinions of them. I I I think that that might be also a great exercise for you too. Like when you say I walked behind him like a meek little lamb. I wonder how you feel about that. How do you feel about the fact that you just like were a little puppy dog behind him and saying yes to every whim of his, and now he's totally abandoned and betrayed you? Like, I, I'm not entirely convinced that you would feel like smiling in that moment. Like, I think it might be something that I'll let you explore it, but I just wonder what those things are too. Like if you can color these words with your opinion of them a little bit more as well. Um, yeah, it's so great and so fun. I like what a great excuse to like explore your anger without having to be like an angry human being. Like to get to sing this wonderful song that is so feisty, but then you get to go back to be it seems like your nice, sweet Katie self. But I encourage you to take this like 2 minutes to like really get in touch with the anger that lives in us. I know it's a scary place, but we know that you're nice Katie, but like try to be angry Katie for like these 3 minutes. You want to try it?
Yeah. I gotta give my life some sparkle and fizz, and think a thought that isn't wrapped up in his. The place that I consider paradise is wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. No more to wither when he's grouchy and rough. No more to listen to him bellow and puff. Tomorrow morning I'll be strutting my stuff wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. Enough of being bullied and bossed. Ta-ta, I'll be his name and get lost. I walk behind him like a meek little lamb, and have my fill of his not giving a damn. I'll go to Sydney or Ceylon or Siam, wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. It's time for little Nell to rebel. If he's in heaven, I'll go to Help! My little love nest was a terrible trap, with me behaving like a simpering sap. And so I'm looking for a spot on the map. If he's going south, I'm going north. If he's going back, I'm going forth. Wherever he is.
Yeah, all right. Well done. Well done, Katie. That's great. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Fantastic. All right, we got Claire Flynn.
Hello.
Another She Loves Me. Hello. I love that show. Such a great show.
Yeah, so I will be singing Vanilla Ice Cream from She Loves Me. I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I will laugh at last night someday. Ice cream. He bought me ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Imagine that. Ice cream. And for the first time, we were together without a spat. Friendly, he was so friendly. That isn't like him. I'm simply stunned. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? It's been a most peculiar day. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? Oh, where was I? I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way, but together you and I will laugh at last night someday. I sat there waiting in that cafe and never guessing that you were that you were near. You were outside looking bald. Oh, dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. Last night, I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it. But even so, that George is not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow, it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For right before my eyes, a man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, but strange as it may seem, he came to offer me ice cream.
Yeah! Awesome. So great. Again, like what a fun song. It's just a great song. Okay, awesome. Really, really beautiful start. Christine, you're nailing it. Cool, cool, cool. I wonder if there's a way we can contextualize the writing of the letter just like a little bit more. I know it's sort of like hard, like to not be doing it in performance where you can like actually write a letter or whatnot. But I wonder if we can just like maybe place it in a different space for you, just so that we can have for your mind to keep it straight, and for us as an audience to get that as well. And then the tricky thing about this song and about a lot of songs is these thoughts are actually really fast, right? These thoughts are coming at you like a million miles a second. And the song is like known to be like one of the most like soprano-y, like hard songs to sing, right? Like you have to like really think about the way you're singing. So I know that there's a lot of things happening in your brain right now, but I wonder if we can get ahead of these thoughts just like a little bit more, right? And I don't mean that they come to you faster, but just that you're ready for them whenever they come. So like um uh 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 uh, uh like last night when you're like, oh my God, I was such an awful human being. Well, he deserved it. No, that's not my fault. But even still, like, oh, but maybe I shouldn't have been so mean. I mean, he did bring me ice cream and I like threw my shoe at him and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like, you know how like your thoughts can move quicker. I just want you to get a little bit ahead of these thoughts. And again, it's like it's about being super present and allowing your body to be influenced by your thoughts as they come. Um, 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 who are you talking about?
I'm talking about my coworker. Well, I'm writing the letter to this person that I don't know. I didn't know it's him, but I'm talking about my coworker who I just like have had this feud with that's like ongoing through the whole show, and then he like is weirdly nice to me all of a sudden, and I don't know like why I can't stop thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I wonder if maybe there's a person in your life that you might identify those thoughts and feelings with. Can you think of someone who you might feel that way about, or can you make someone imaginary who
Sure.
might be that human? I mean, either way. Um, and really contextualize them, like what did he do that was so mean and so awful, and like why are you so frustrated by him, and why is it so surprising that he might be nice to you, and like maybe like how handsome is he or she, and how, I don't know, just like can we fill in all these details about this person so that we get these rapid fire thoughts actually have seed in something real for you. Yeah, kind of, maybe, sort of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. I threw a lot of big ideas at you. Do you think you want to try it again?
Sure.
Yeah, just try them. And if they fail, like we're here to make mistakes and learn from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gorge.
I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I will laugh at last night someday. Ice cream. He bought me ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. I'm simply that. Ice cream. And for the first time, we were together without a spat. Friendly, he was so friendly. That isn't like him. I'm simply stunned. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? It's been a most peculiar day. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? Oh, where was I? I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way, but together you and I will laugh at last night someday. I sat there waiting in that cafe and never guessing that you were fat. Oh, that you were near. You were outside looking bald. Ooh. A dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. Last night, I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it. But even so, that George. It's not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For right before my eyes, a man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, but strange as it may seem, he came to offer me ice cream.
Hey, nice job. Woohoo! How did that feel?
It felt a lot better, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. It seemed a lot better. I saw those thoughts coming to you faster. I know we have to move on, right? I want to say just like a few things about the like comedy of the middle, which is don't get ahead of us in that part. Make sure that you say all of the words and then hear yourself say them and then you can react to them, right? So, and never guessing that you were fat is like, whoa, but we need to hear the audience will need to hear the entire word or we won't be on the comedy train that you want us to be on. Just as like a weirdly technical note amidst all the wonderful acting work that you did. Great job. Okay, let's move on. Really good work. Really, really good work.
Fantastic. All right, we have Lucy. Is it Kreipke?
Do musical theater people ever be like Krupke?
It gets mispronounced a lot, but I don't really mind. Anyways, fine.
What are you singing?
I'm singing Some Things Are Meant to Be.
Oh, just because we want us to all cry? Okay, I'm ready.
Let's pretend we're riding on a kite. Let's imagine we're flying through the air. We'll ascend until we're out of sight. Light as paper, we'll soar. Let's be wild up high above the sand. Feel the wind, the world at our command. Let's enjoy the view and Neverland. Floating far from the shore. Some things are meant to be. The clouds moving fast and free. The sun on a silver sea. A sky that's bright and blue. And some things will never end. The thrill of our magic ride. The love that I feel inside for you. We'll climb high beyond the break of day. Sleep on stardust and dine on bits of moon. You and I will find the Milky Way. We'll be mad and explore. We'll recline aloft upon the breeze, dart about, sail on with windy ease, pass the days, doing only as we please. So that's what living is for. Some things are meant to be. The tide turning endlessly. The way it takes hold of me. No matter what I do. But some things will never die. The promise of who you are. your memories when I am far from you. Oh, my life I've lived for loving you. Let me go now.
Yay! Oh, come on, you guys, that song. Not fair. Okay. So beautiful. You sound just lovely. Cool. Talk to me about the scenario of the song.
So the song is like right before, I believe, Beth dies in the show, and so she's singing to Joe, and I think normally it's a duet, but I sang it just as a solo piece, and so, and so it's Beth trying to like console Joe and trying to tell her that, that things like happen, and sometimes you can't stop it, and like sometimes there's like always a reason for it, and like I personally really like the message of the song because I think that that's like very true, and that you can't really stop stuff that's supposed to happen, and if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And so she's telling her that like they can just like sit for a while and pretend that everything's like normal again, and like talk about their stories and everything. And I think that
Absolutely, 100%. And I think this song is so beautiful. It has this beautiful like mix of I'm just gonna tell you straight, even though I'm talking in metaphor. I'm gonna talk to you directly and say some things are like they're speaking in code a little bit, but it's more direct, saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna die, right? I will die, but that's okay. Some things are meant to be, and like you will keep going, and you will always have me with you because I'll live in your memory, and I'll be with you along the way, right?" Um, which is like so beautiful. Oh my God. And then there's this other piece of like you said, like let's not talk about the sadness for all of this. Let's also go on these amazing like magical journeys, right? Where they play pretend in their attic and they, like let's remember these times that we had while we're still have this time together. So I wonder if you can mix in both of those things. If you can go on the joyride of like, let's be in the stars and let's pretend we're pirates again and let's go on this imagination journey and marry it with the realism of the some things are meant to be. Like if you can play both parts of that. Um, if if I said like where do you think her center of energy is, would that make sense to you?
um
Kind of maybe. Okay, so like some people, like actually Mac and Mabel, like that energy, she might live more in her pelvis. Like our anger lives in our belly and our pelvis. Like that's where we feel our anger. Someone who's really trying to think something through, like their energy might come from their head. Um, yeah, do you have a sense of maybe where her center of energy is?
I feel like it almost feels like very like light, like
Uh-huh.
she's aware that she's like gonna be dead soon, which is very sad, but she's like aware that that's like very light, and she has this like very like almost like dainty energy to her, and like
Yeah.
but like very like knowledgeable too, so I think it would
Mm-hmm.
probably be like up in like the chest or even the head area.
Absolutely. I was gonna say she's a heart person, like through and through, right? Like her heart is just so big. But I love what you said about the sort of like spiritual part of her too. Like there's also a center like your third eye. You know what I'm talking about? Like she's got kind of both of those things, like a heart and also a little bit of like the knowledge that comes maybe from someone who's confronted their own death. Yikes! What a topic for 3 o'clock. Um, okay. I think you know exactly what I'm saying, and I would love for you to do it again.
Okay.
Awesome.
kite. Let's imagine we're flying through the air. We'll ascend until we're out of sight. Light as paper, we'll soar. Let's be wild up high above the sand. Feel the wind, the world at our command. Let's enjoy the view and never land. Floating far from the shore. Some things are meant to be. The clouds moving fast and free. The sun on a silver sea. A sky that's bright and blue. And some things will never end. The thrill of our magic ride. The love that I feel inside. For you. We'll climb high beyond the break of day. Sleep on stardust and dine on bits of moon. You and I will find the Milky Way. We'll be mad and explore. We'll recline aloft up on the breeze, dart about, sail on with windy ease, pass the days, doing only as we please. 'Cause that's what living is for. Some things are meant to be. The tide turning endlessly. The way it takes hold of me. No matter what I do. But some things will never die. The promise of who you are. Your memories when I am far from you. All my life I've lived for loving you. Let me go now.
Yay! Just beautiful, my dear. Just beautiful. I'm going to say one thing, and then I know we have an alternate who I think we'll get to sing. Is that so beautiful, so wonderful. When we're not in this Zoom world, I really encourage you to let all those things that you found be an entire body experience, right? Like let your entire being give over to those both feelings of like going on this imagination trail and also this like third eye wisdom. Yeah, awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
To Ciela Elliott.
Okay, I will be singing One Perfect Moment from Bring It On. I'm not freaking out, I'm really okay. I'm totally chill, or I will be someday. I'm so near the top, there's so many mountains to climb. There are plans to be planned, drills to be drilled, 'cause this dream that I dreamed is becoming fulfilled. I plan to enjoy it, but right now I don't have the time. Fading on Campbell, an average teenager, almost grown. Close up on average grades from the average life she's known. Now zoom in the lens on the rest of her friends as she stands All that I'm asking is one perfect moment in time. I'm 17, there are so many things that I can't control. If I start to freak or feel weak, I focus on just one goal. Turn down the panic, attack this routine like it owns my soul. Turn up the music so loud that it swallows us whole. And then there we are, we burn like a star. We're safe inside the world we know. Then suddenly I'm in prep for the climb, and here I go, high in the air. There is a moment just before you start to fall. Live in that one moment. I know that if I can just hit the landing, and I'll know that somehow my life will be fine, and I'll go the rest of my life understanding what it feels like to shine. The future's full of mysteries, so please let this be mine. My one perfect moment in
Yes.
Stopped going out in the middle of the note. I'm like, in time.
No, that's great. We love that. That is just your body figuring things out. That's awesome. We all know, we've all been there, right? Okay, great. Excellent, really beautiful work. You sound fantastic. Awesome. I want to just like, maybe we can just deepen this a little bit more and maybe personalize it for you a little bit. Like, how do you relate to Campbell? How do you relate to her?
Well, I really feel like that, like, I really want to have, like, a perfect day, like she said. I know no day's gonna be, like, perfect, but I like, felt like that I really wanted to have a good day, you know, like her.
Yeah, and what would it mean if you got to have a perfect day?
Um, like, what it would mean, I feel like I would just be so much joy for me, and, like, I wouldn't have to worry about, like, any sadness I would feel, or...
Yeah, that's awesome. 100%, which is exactly what she's singing about here, right? Which is like, if this just goes perfect, like I won't have to worry about all of these other things. Like I will be able to say that I just will have one moment where I don't have to think about anything else, where I won't have to think about my homework or moving or what I'm going to do in the future. Like if this goes perfect, like today will be a great day. Right. And I think, we've all experienced that. And I encourage you to let that really shine through, because I do think that you maybe know a little something about that, like we all do, right? And she's talking about like cheerleading, right? And like if she can nail her routine about like how there's this moment, if you're just like where you're like in the air, they throw you up and you're like in the air and you're just like at peace for like 1 second, right? Um, do you have an activity or a thing that you do or a place that you go or whatever where you get to feel like just a little bit of like relief? You do? Yeah, awesome. You don't have to share it with us if you don't want to, but you can. Um, awesome. And we can endow this piece with that sort of joy too. And oh, what does the word average mean?
Not really like, I don't think she's average, but I just feel like she hasn't experienced that much excitement yet, you know?
Right. Like she probably isn't average and she's like a star athlete. But like what would it mean if she was average? Like that's like the thing she's trying to avoid, right? She's like, I just want to be a little bit special. Like I just want this to go perfectly and then I won't be average. Right? Oh, maybe. Awesome. And then that's so great. I feel you getting so like you're gonna be so awesome. I can't wait for this next time. Um, yeah. Do you want to maybe just try it again
Yeah.
with those things in mind? Awesome.
Like I kind of have like a little cold.
Oh, okay. Do you not want to sing it again?
Oh no, I'll sing it again. It's just
Okay. Oh, no worries. Everybody agrees that like we all know that Ciela sounds fantastic and we don't care if her voice cracks or does anything, right? I know you can't respond because it's Zoom. So everybody is saying yes. Okay, great. We love you regardless.
not freaking out, I'm really okay. I'm totally chill, or I will be someday. I'm so near the top, there's so many mountains to climb. Our plans be planned, drills be drilled, cause this dream that I dreamed is becoming fulfilled. The plan to enjoy, but right now I don't have the time. Fading on candle, an average teenager, almost grown. Goes on average grades from the average life she's known. Now zoom in the lens on the rest of her friends as she stays alone, doing the work, getting it right. 'Cause I know we'll have to be practically perfect, so I'll go above and beyond and pull through this. I can do. All that I'm asking is one perfect moment in time. I'm 17, there are so many things that I can't control. If I switch a freak or for a week, I focus on just one goal. Turn down the panic, attack this routine like it owns my soul. Turn up the music so loud that it swallows us all. And then there we are, we burn like a star, we're safe inside the world we know. And suddenly I'm in prep for the climax. Here I go, I can be there. There is a moment just before you start to fall. Living that one moment, I know that if I can just stick the landing, then I'll know that somehow my life will be fine, and I'll go the rest of my life understanding what it feels like to climb. Futures full of mysteries, so please let this be my one perfect moment.
No, so great, so great. We love that, right? I mean, seriously, it's no big deal. It's totally okay that our voice. Yeah. I know we have to move on. Do I have 30 seconds? Cool. 30 seconds. I want to bring up this point of the work that she's talking about, right? Is that like, as much as this song is about like, I just want there to be one moment where I don't have to think about anything else. It's also that she's put in years and years and years of work to get that moment, right? She's worked so hard for that one moment of peace. So I felt like I didn't say that earlier, and I just wanted to say that for you as well. Very nice job. Excellent work. We are ready. Yeah, good job.
So let's go ahead and have Grace sing.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm going to be singing The View from Here from Darling. So, lost in at sunset, fog rushing in from the harbor, weather that frames my world from park to pier. The view from here. Students in streetcars meet girls at the shore or the shipyard. And as they embrace, the look on each face expands ear to ear. Oh, what a view from here. Oh, but the fog's covering the ground. Those girls of Boston get lost and there's none can be found. The haze so deep, I could leap, and who knows where I'd fall. Onto the street, onto my feet, into somebody's arms. Ursula Morgan, here at the sill, now as evermore. Turning 16 is sweet, so I've seen. Well, maybe next year the view will clear and someone will hold me and give me a kiss like the kind I see. I'll be prepared and not a bit scared of someone sincere who wishes me near, someone who would take me out of you. From here, if I could fly, God, I'd fly so far away.
Yeah. Well done, my friend. That is not an easy sing. Great. Okay. I know we don't have time to super work it, but I just want to put some thoughts into your head. And also, everybody go stretch if you need to go stretch. Don't let me stop you. Okay, great. So this girl has been watching people, like she's very sheltered, right? The whole musical is very dystopian and like crazy and wild. but she's been watching these people out of her windowsill. She's been watching people like fall in love, right? She like looks out at the docks, and like that's where people like go and they are all canoodling with their lovers, right? And so she's been watching this for forever and ever and pining for it in this crazy way, right? And because she's sort of like Joanna-esque, Rapunzel-esque, like locked in a tower, she also has this imagination that's going crazy, right? And so she goes on this imagination trip too of like, and then like this will happen, and he'll kiss me, and it'll be so great, and like I won't be afraid. I know exactly what I'll do. And I encourage you to like to play with the full body experience as well, but also how that the like bridge of psychosis, like dare yourself to go there just like a little bit, like she's not maybe all there. Yeah, because she's been locked away and because she's been just watching life happen and she hasn't been able to live it for herself. So I think find in you that like cry, the pining of wanting something, your heart just super aching. Yeah, as well as like the watching of everything. And yeah, it was really great. And again, beautifully sung. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what I have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful
Thanks
job.
so much, Grace. And I'm glad we got the last one in because Kerstin actually did that part on the live album. So I'm so glad she had a lot to share with that. So so glad we all got to hear that. Thank you so much to Kerstin Anderson for an incredible hour and a half. Your energy and feedback were just so wonderful. And I know I learned a lot just, getting to be here and absorb this. And I know you will all have so much that you can kind of take away from this, whether you sing or not. But thank you to Kerstin. Thank you to all of our singers. Great work, everybody.